Good morning, adventurers, and welcome to the City Beautiful. That is right, we are in Orlando, Florida.
The city? Don't you mean the beautiful city?
I do not. The people of 1908 voted and apparently made that the official slogan. So I guess let's go explore the City Beautiful.
I'll take it.
The city of Orlando sits at just about the center of Florida, and it is huge. The metro area is over 4,000 square miles.
It's also known as the theme park capital of the world, and that's because it has tons of theme parks like Disney World, Universal Studios, SeaWorld.
Of course, there are plenty of strip malls and suburbs, but it's actually full of amazing green spaces and is home to over 100 lakes. But we want to find out what else Orlando offers other than just theme parks, so we're going to squeeze in as much of the city as we can, explore some different areas, try some delicious local foods, and yes, we're definitely going to see some big old alligators.
To start things off, we want to kind of get a better sense of the city, so there's a special area we are going to check out that is downtown. Right. Downtown.
Right in the middle of the downtown is this lovely round lake called Lake Eola, and we figured this is the perfect place to start because that fountain right behind me is actually the symbol for Orlando. It kind of reminds me a bit of Austin, not gonna lie,
oh, yeah.
with Lady Bird Lake
yeah,
right
like
there.
The riverfront. It's kind of crazy because Orlando is a huge city, but it's more like sprawling and dense rather than like compacted into the downtown.
It actually seems very small and quaint from here. They have music playing in this park, and it sounds like a 90s sitcom. There's a lot of saxophone going on.
Oh yeah, shredding. You can stroll all along this path around the park, and there's all kinds of really cool sculptures to check out. There's this one I love that's just like a flock of birds suspended in air. And then there's this one. What is this one called? The Muse or something?
I believe so.
It's basically a woman that's buried under astroturf, but it's really cool looking. You can also take out little swan boats on the water. It's really funny because there's these giant swan boats swimming around with actual swans. What do they think about the giant swans? It's just like this huge mutant that swallowed a couple humans or something.
Dude, are they fooled at all? Do they think it's real?
I highly doubt it.
My gosh, we found a mama and her ducklings. Is that what you call swan children?
I have no idea.
Swanlings?
Dude, I'm having a blast, and we're right next to downtown. This place is awesome.
I know. Eric keeps saying, man, if I lived here, I would live right next to this park and I'd walk around it every day.
Every single day.
Every single day.
So this may look like this beautiful, pristine lake, but back in the day, this actually started as a giant sinkhole. In the 1870s, this guy, Jacob Summerlin, came to town and bought the 200 acres that basically makes up the downtown Orlando area. And on the edge of his property, this giant sinkhole was forming. There was actually an aquifer 200 feet below it that ended up sinking the ground and then creating the lake that you see today. But if you can't tell, it is starting to get very hot out here. I'm very sweaty. So we're gonna head to a different part of Orlando and most importantly, get into the AC, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go. Orlando isn't exactly the most walkable city, so we are going to be driving everywhere, but it is known for having a bunch of different cool neighborhoods to check out, and the first one we are going to head to is northeast of downtown. It is called Audubon Park.
Ooh, after all that walking in the park, we have worked up quite an appetite. We've done 5,000 steps. Oops.
Already?
I think
oh my
we
gosh.
ended up circling it twice on accident. But we have stumbled into the East End Market, and I think this was quite a perfect find, you guys. It's an indoor market filled with little shops and eateries and bars. It's a bit smaller than some of the indoor markets we've been to, but I kind of like that because sometimes it gets a little overwhelming when there are too many choices.
Yeah, so we don't have to spend 2 hours just looking at all the restaurants.
Yes, I am getting a bit hangry, y'all. Sorry,
yeah.
Eric.
Off camera, she's getting a little annoyed, mostly just by me.
Well, full disclosure, it is almost 3 o'clock and we have not eaten anything today except coffee. So food is happening and needs to get in my belly now. For being a pretty small market, they surprisingly have a lot of food options here. But it's the meat shop that caught our eyes, and we heard that they make a pretty mean sandwich, so Allison went with the steak smash sandwich that looks delicious, and I went with the beef on weck, and it is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at all that meat in there. It's called that because this is a Kimmelweck roll, I think, or it's supposed to be anyway. Oh yeah, baby. I absolutely love the bread.
It is toasted and buttered underneath it, so it's got a really nice crunch to it. It's delicious. There's actually like caraway or whatever that is on the inside of the bun as well, so you really get a strong taste from that. So you gotta like that. Luckily, I do. And then of course the beef is just perfectly cooked. Man, that's delicious. Oh, I forgot the au jus. Ooh, yeah, baby, drown it. Got what I'm bargaining for.
Well, this bake shop is easily the coolest shop in Y'all. It's like straight out of Harry Potter or something. I feel like I need a few more tattoos before I can actually like earn one of these cookies. I'm not hardcore enough. Well, this market just keeps getting better. Turns out if you go upstairs, there's more vintageness, and there is a super swanky bar up here, and they specialize in whiskey drinks. We found the perfect accompaniment to our whiskey. This is a banana bread cookie, believe it or not. So there is a chocolate chip cookie underneath all this goodness, and then I think it is literally banana bread baked on top with huge chocolate chips, some walnut, and some sprinkling of, I'm not sure, maybe some streusel on top. I mean, look at this thing. There's a whole freaking cookie down here, and then like 2 inches of goodness on top.
This is one of the things that the market is known for. You have to try it when you come here, so
I shall try. This is not gonna be pretty.
Good luck. Why do you take the littlest bite?
I felt big. I might need a second after that one, y'all. Oh my gosh. You're welcome, mouth. That was amazing. So the chocolate chip cookie, oh my god, it's perfect in there. It does taste like I smushed up some banana bread with it, but it's got the crunch of the walnuts. And then I didn't realize they put big chunks of sea salt in there, so it's a little salty too. I don't understand how they bake this and all the chocolate chips don't melt.
I don't know if it's the most beautiful cookie I've ever seen or the ugliest cookie I've ever seen.
So I know we said no theme parks in this video, but my whole family is actually coming down to Florida. We're gonna go pick them up from the airport, and then we're actually gonna go to theme parks and do all kinds of fun stuff with them. So we're gonna pause the video for a little while we hang out with them, but then we are going to pick back up with a very cool adventure that we are going to have with my family. And by cool, I mean very, very toasty and terrifying. So I guess you'll just have to stick around and see what the heck that means. Y'all, there's no way we are coming all the way down to Florida and not seeing ourselves some gators.
Not this kind of gator.
Yeah, I'm the alligator. That's my nickname. The alligators we are on the lookout for are much more ferocious and have a few more teeth than me. So we have come to the Wild Florida Gator Park. We're about to hop on a fan boat and head out into the swamp and see if we can find us some gators.
Oh yeah, we should probably tell them your entire family is with us.
Yeah, somehow I have 6 siblings, you guys, 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and I have somehow convinced them all to come and meet us here in the southern tip of Florida. They're all getting checked in, and we should probably go do the same.
We're running a little late.
You guys know I told you I had a big family. This is maybe half of us today.
Are you guys ready to see some gators or what? Woo!
We haven't found a big one yet, but we found a bunch of little babies.
And they are so cute.
I was about to say, that might be better because they're adorable.
Yeah, they're just chilling. They don't care that we're here at all.
No, but I like them because these ones can't hurt me, so I can look at them. We might not have seen the big ones, and we might not on this tour, but we will definitely see big ones in a bit.
Guarantee it.
Guaranteed. So Wild Florida doesn't just do airboat tours, oh my god. They also have a gator park with a bunch of wild animals.
Right now we're just hiding in the shade because Florida sun, woo!
Woo, it's warm.
Hot.
Definitely if you come here, book an early tour. It not only almost guarantees you'll see the gators, but it's a lot cooler. Oh my goodness, you guys, we told you they would have big alligators.
I think his name is Crusher?
Crusher.
That sounds
man.
right.
I think everyone needs to say a little prayer for their trainer right now.
3, 2, 1. Guys, we're totally kidding. I lied. We're not gonna do that. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, that guy has balls of steel, huh?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the biggest alligators. I mean,
Yeah.
probably the biggest I've ever seen in real life.
And it's crazy. They have him trained like a dog.
Yeah, they've got him trained so well. And he used to be a predator. They found him because he was eating calves in some farmer's field. He went from the ultimate predator to kissing his trainer in front of a bunch of strangers. I don't know.
Well, we just stumbled on the most terrifying thing I've ever seen, and also one of the most adorable, an uncountable amount of baby alligators.
Well, they have an interactive bird exhibit where you can feed the birds and be real life Snow White.
I think this one really likes you. Can't imagine why.
He just wants me for my seed.
All right, Willow wins. She's the bird
He's eating my
whisperer.
arm.
She doesn't even eat any seed.
No. What's up, dude?
He's got a mouthful of cedar.
He really does. Well, y'all, the party's over. We had such a fun time with my family, but I just had to drop them off at the airport. They're flying back to Missouri, and it's just back to me and you. That means we are returning our big, huge 12-passenger van. It drives surprisingly well, but one thing that's not cool about it is it takes premium gasoline only. And as you can see here, premium gasoline is muy expensive. But we have a secret weapon that is going to give us a ton of cash back, and that is called Upside.
We've actually been using Upside for years now, and that's because, as you guys know, we go through a lot of gas with all the different rigs that we drive around. So when they reached out to partner with us on this video, we were like, yes, duh.
Y'all, we're not joking when we say that you get real cash back. Our latest payout was a whopping $128.
It's super simple to use. You just pull up the Upside app and you can see offers all around you. Click claim offer, then pay as usual with your credit or debit card and get paid, baby. And it's not just gas. You can get cash back at grocery stores and restaurants. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use the code EndlessAdventure to get an extra 25 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or you can scan the handy QR code on the screen right now to claim the offer. But since the family is gone, we do not need this van anymore. So we're gonna fill it up, return it, and get something a little bit more affordable. Well, good morning once again, y'all. I'm sad to say the weather has taken a turn for the worse here in Orlando.
We woke up to just torrential downpours. They're predicting off and on storms all day, lots of lightning, potentially hail.
But that's all right, because there is something in the Orlando area that we really wanted to do, and the weather doesn't matter one bit for this particular activity. If you head out about an hour east of Orlando, you are going to find Cape Canaveral, and that is the site of the Apollo 11 launch. And as you know, that was the very first moon landing mission, but also out there you're gonna find the Kennedy Space Center, and that is what we wanna check out. We're gonna become full-on space nerds today. Are you ready to blast off?
I'm going straight to the moon.
Well, right as we arrived to the Space Center, the lady at the ticket counter was like, "Oh, are you guys here to watch the launch?" And we were like, what launch are you speaking of?
Launch? Apparently they're launching a freaking rocket, you guys, in like less than an hour.
Yeah, so we are gonna see a rocket take off, something we have never seen before. I'm so excited, but we gotta run to get there, so we don't miss it.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are starting to fill up in section 69 in March.
You guys, it's happening. We have about 60 seconds. Oh my God, they're starting to prepare. You can see even from here some of the like smoke and steam coming
30
out.
seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right.
7 engines full power. Go Falcon. Go SpaceX. Go GPS.
Wow, awesome.
Vehicles pushing down ready. Space Force Station. Now during the rocket's assembly, tilt toward get the engines.
Well, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Guys.
That was amazing. So that's a Falcon 9 rocket. It has went up 4 different times. It is a reusable rocket, and they actually showed it landing about 7 or 8 minutes after it took off the coast of the Carolinas.
Yeah, humans, man. We've done some stuff, huh?
It really gives you some epic faith in the ingenuity of humanity, because I mean, that went off just perfectly. Everything was perfectly executed, and it was a complete success, and they do that all the time. All right, well now I'm hopped up to actually explore the Space Center.
Okay, but that's gonna take more than one small step. It's gonna take many steps for us to get back there.
Good one.
Maybe even a giant leap.
All right. Right next to the launch pad is a facility that houses a Saturn V rocket. This thing is freaking massive, you guys, and it's like an incredible feat of human engineering. I mean, look at the complexity in this booster. Can you believe all that stuff? There's so much going on up there.
I wish you guys could understand the scale of this, like really take in how epic and huge these are.
This is the astronaut RV, also known as the Astro Van.
So I guess they took a motor home and scooped out the insides and just put a few chairs because it was big enough to get all of the astronauts in there in their big suits.
So this is the RV you sit in before you get into a rocket.
Yeah, apparently it was in that newest movie, Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah, haven't seen it yet, but after this, I'm gonna watch it.
We'll be watching that this evening. This finger is about to touch a moon rock. I did it!
Far out.
Oh my god. Super far out, man.
I want to touch the moon too. I did it. They have the actual space shuttle Atlantis suspended for our enjoyment. Can you believe this thing went to space many, many times? You know what's funny about all this space equipment? When you look close at it, it looks really rough around the edges because it's just meant to withstand the elements and not necessarily meant to look pretty. You know, like the front of a plane looks all polished, but the front of this has all these individual custom molded heat shields.
Just wondering how quickly I would be incinerated if I were standing behind this at takeoff. Oh my god, just like gone like that.
Well, this has been an absolutely incredible experience. We have pretty much spent the entire day here, and we did not think that we would do that, but there's just so much cool stuff to see. It's like a theme park for space.
Would you say it's been a blast?
Well, I was gonna say it's been out of this world, but I guess a blast will do. But they're gonna be closing soon, and the break in the weather is not gonna last. There's a really nasty storm moving in, and we don't wanna get caught in it. Which rocket should we take back to Orlando?
The fastest one, please.
All right, we're all strapped in and ready to head back to Orlando. Trouble is, there's only room for one. See ya! Where's the door? There's no door on this thing. This is really not comfortable at all. Is this a real capsule? What the heck? Beep boop, beep boop, beep
This is the one the chimp went up in.
Okay, I'm done. We came back to the city, and this time we came north of the downtown area to an area called College Park. We are on the hunt for some delicious Cuban food, and we found a place that has a unique take on a classic Cuban dish. It's called the Gnarly Cuban. If you do end up coming to this place, don't let the surrounding area fool you. It's in a very industrial part of town. There's a guy with a forklift over there and some shop where they're working on all kinds of stuff. Not the kind of place you would expect to see a Cuban restaurant, but here we are.
So we'll definitely get a Gnarly Cuban.
One Gnarly Cuban.
Yep.
Thank you.
Buen provecho. I hope you guys love that.
This is what we were after. This is the Cuban sandwich empanada. We figured you can get a Cuban sandwich anywhere, but I've never had one in empanada form, and apparently that is what they are known for. Inside this little beauty, you're gonna find mojo pork, smoked ham, sweet mustard, Swiss cheese, and relish. It's nice and tiny, so I was wondering if I should have gotten more than one. Probably should have. Well, we'll see how it tastes, I guess. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh, that is absolutely delicious. You can just tell by how it looks. It is very crunchy, like perfectly fried. The pocket itself is actually really thin. It is super stuffed. You get like the tanginess from the mustard. It is just like a savory, meaty, tangy, doughy delight. I couldn't think of any more adjectives. That's all I got for you.
I, on the other hand, went with a very hearty dish, y'all. I did the little Havana bowl. There's some white rice in here, black beans, sweet plantain bits, old clothes, some cotija cheese.
Old clothes?
Yeah, you never eat old clothes.
Can't say that I do.
That's how you recycle them. So it's ropa vieja, which translates to old clothes, but it's actually stewed skirt steak over here. Little meat, little relish.
Some old clothes.
Some old clothes. Oh, I need a potato stick.
You gotta have that crunch.
Yeah. There is a lot of flavor in there. Oh my God, that beef is perfectly stewed. They've got some, I think like pickled peppers in there or something. So it's like super tangy and savory. The plantains, the sweetness is so nice. It like balances everything out.
Overall, very happy with the Gnarly Cuban. I predict they're going to have a lot of success in the future.
Oh yeah, and if you're here, I think they do pop-ups sometimes. So keep up with them on Instagram to know where they're gonna be. Obviously, Orlando, being pretty dang cool, has a lot of breweries and distilleries, but I think we have found the coolest thing. We have found ourselves a meadery, and not just any meadery, y'all. This might be the classiest meadery we have ever entered.
It almost looks like you stepped into a Eyes Wide Shut type of a dungeon or something. If you're not familiar with mead, it is gluten-free alcohol that is made from honey.
And it typically ranges from 6 to 14% alcohol, and it skews pretty sweet.
Yeah, in our experience at least.
Yes.
According to this, mead is the oldest form of alcohol dating back to at least 7,000 BC. It says that mead predates the wheel. So they were drinking mead before they figured out the wheel. That shows you a little something about human priorities, right?
Because we are in Florida, I went with the lime quat fresca. So in here are key limes, kumquats, and orange blossom honey, which is also apparently a local delicacy.
Man, the music in here is on point too.
It's fun. It's like I'm in an 80s video game.
Isn't this Kavinsky?
Yeah, is it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, but oh my gosh, it's almost like sparkling key lime pie.
She's driving, so I got the bigger one.
Yes.
So sadly, we only had about an hour to chill in the meadery, and that is because sunset time is rapidly approaching, and there is a very special sunset spot that we already have booked for 7:30.
Yeah, but we did end up catching one of the owners on our way out. She's actually the one who designed the whole thing. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're
Dream
very jealous.
job. Yeah, I was about to say, to have a much bigger budget than we probably do for our tiny home and just
Have
an
much more
actual
skill.
Vision. Yes, man. What I would give. What I wouldn't give.
Whatever.
You
get it.
Yeah. For the super epic sunset, we came to the AC Sky Bar. But as you can see, Orlando had other plans. Right as we sat down, a big old thunderstorm rolled in. So,
No sunset tonight,
there may be no sunset.
But this is a great spot to come for the sunset.
It is. We're up on the 18th floor.
The view from this bar is okay. Mostly you see like the highway interchange over there, but I'm sure there would be a very epic sunset there if it wasn't stormed out.
Luckily, they have strong cocktails and plenty of appetizers to keep us company.
Well, we ended up getting kind of a cool sunset after all. This huge hole in the sky appeared and we saw a little bit of a pink. We could see the moon up there. That was pretty sweet.
Well, Orlando, you've been a lot more fun than I thought you would be. Obviously, you can come here and have the most fun by going to all the theme parks, but we wanted to experience the city itself, and I feel like we got a pretty good idea of what's going on down here. And if you come to Orlando, check out the city. Don't just go outside of it to all the fun. Come downtown.
Yeah, we saw some beautiful scenery. We had some delicious food. We got to explore all the neighborhoods. It was great. And most importantly, we saw some gators.
We saw a whole heck of a lot of gators.
I know we were gonna try to end it with an epic sunset and Orlando had other plans, but I mean, the weather's crazy in Florida, so you know, that's just what you get.
End it with an epic thunderstorm? That's okay. I love thunderstorms. I'll take it. But this is actually our last adventure in Florida. We've had quite a few, man. We have done a lot here.
It's been great.
We've been all over the southern tip. I guess that means we gotta go up north eventually, but off to more adventures that we have yet to figure out. We've got some stuff in the works, y'all.
But we'll get there.
Some international things, probably. And with that, goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.